talk about how real this progress is and how will the United States respond to the North's demands now for, quote, corresponding measures. Bringing in now John Hanna, senior counselor at the Foundation for Defense of Democracies and former national security advisor to Vice President Dick Cheney. Great to have you on the program today.
Thanks,
let's talk about whether or not this is real progress. It seems like we've never heard anything like this being possible in our lifetimes.
Yeah, no, it's clearly progress, particularly in the relationship between the North and the South. I think it really is important to remember the context here is that just a year ago, the President of the United States was at the United Nations General Assembly threatening to totally destroy North Korea. A year later, the threat of war in Northeast Asia that could have included nuclear weapons is now completely receded, and we're actually talking about a historic declaration to end the Korean War.
You know, having worked with and for the Vice President Dick Cheney, you no doubt know how close we really can come to war with some of these countries. So to even be talking about those leaders on that Korean peninsula coming together and maybe a visit that would whet the appetite of the nuclear side to say, you know what, I'm going to back off. How significant is that?
It's significant. Listen, nobody should casually dismiss the importance of what this diplomacy over the last 9 months has managed to accomplish in terms of stabilizing the situation on the Korean Peninsula and really reducing the risks of a devastating war there. And you've got to give President Trump's summit with Kim Jong-un at Singapore some of the credit for that. At the same time, Harris, we've got to remind ourselves that on the core issue of critical importance to the United States, which is the issue of dismantling that nuclear and missile program of Kim's, we've made very little progress so far. That's where the diplomacy has really got to speed up.
Well, and it would be helpful to see if we're on the same page about the word denuclearization as well. Here's Senator Lindsey Graham on how it could complicate things. Watch. Actually, he tweeted it, so I shall read it. I'm concerned South Korea's visit is going to undermine efforts by Secretary Pompeo and Ambassador Nikki Haley to impose maximum pressure on the North regime. While North Korea has stopped testing missiles and nuclear devices, they have not moved toward denuclearization. So he's concerned that this could step on efforts that we're making. Talk to me about actually getting on the same page about the big word denuclearization. Do you think we're in the same place?
No, I think it's pretty clear that we're still not in the same place. The United States continues to focus on a process in which North Korea would unilaterally disarm itself of nuclear weapons. I think what Kim is actually talking about when he talks about denuclearization is that you break up the U.S.-South Korean alliance and you essentially remove the United States military presence on the Korean Peninsula. That would remove whatever nuclear threat exists to North Korea from the United States. He's looking for that.
John Hanna, we'll bring you back. Thank you.
Thank you, Harris.